New from Eureka is The Millionaires Express, and this movie has 4 cuts on this edition. Now, I did some research and spoke to some friends and was finally kindly told by a few of them, including Fab Myers, who's on this channel a lot, that I should watch the hybrid cut, which is the one I chose. It's the most complete edition of this movie, which makes me kind of curious about the other various editions of this. I think I'll go back and check the original Hong Kong theatrical cut at some point as well, but I watched the hybrid cut, and I think because of that the movie was a little bit disjointed. It felt a little bit like I was watching a movie with a lot of vignettes, which isn't a bad thing because I really did enjoy this movie. You will get Sammo Hung, who is Chin, a kind of reluctant criminal, a man who has great aspirations, who wants to achieve great things and be renowned within his town and be able to hold his head high and achieve something. But unfortunately, he keeps getting into all these fun situations. He's a wanted man as well. And at the start of this movie, you get a wonderful sequence of Chin kind of robbing all these dead bodies at an army site. It looks as if there's been a war. He's stealing what he can. Unfortunately, it's just a war game and these guys are pretending to be dead. So when the alarm goes off that the test is over, they all stand up, having caught Chin literally robbing their dead bodies. And it leads to a fun sequence with a bounty hunter and Chin, who's naked at this point almost, fighting in a snowy landscape that's really wonderful. You know, production value, it looks great, it offers some nice different scenery, and it offers some great action set pieces within this one as well. Now we kind of jump to the small town that Chin is from, and we kind of see how it's run down. It's not as prosperous as it once was. So much so that the police have decided to rob the bank and flee the town. Unfortunately, they are foiled by the fire chief, played by Yuen Biao, who is Sao, who is happy to take the place and form his own police just as Chin is coming back. And basically they're waiting on this Millionaires Express train to stop there and spend all their money at the town and some prosperity, make the town prosperous once more. It's a simple plot, but it's kind of fun in a lot of the set pieces that it has in this one. It has some comedic moments that aren't overly forced within you, and it has some wonderful co-stars as well. Richard Norton is in this one, as well as Cynthia Rothrock, who appear in a couple of scenes and are truly wonderful in this one. The action is the thing that you're looking for, and it's there in abundance, and it's so energetic and fun and different that it feels fresh every time you're watching it. Even some of the characters who are only there for small moments are wonderful to see. We have a small young child version of Wong Fei Hung, who along with his master and his master's adversary and their son seem to have these little moments where these two kids break down into fights that are just awesome, smile-inducing and kind of funny at the same time. I loved Sammo Hung in this one. I think he gives a really wonderful performance as both the person that wants to do well, the person that's capable, and the person that can talk the talk. There's a moment where these group of women storm a brothel to get the women who have, taken advantage of these women's husbands, so to speak, and he gives this impassioned speech about how they are doing their duty and the women should be thankful, and it ends with them all giving these hookers a round of applause as they leave the building with their heads held high and their wallets full. It's just such a fun movie, and it has such great production value. Even the town that they're in, Hanshui, I can't remember exactly, but it looks great. It's like an old western town. It has its hotel, and it has its police station. It has some houses dotted around, and you kind of know the geography of the place. So when certain scenes are kicking off, you kind of know where they're set, whether it be on the rooftop of a building or not. And like I said, there's all these superfluous characters. They're not needed, but they just kind of enrich the movie just a little bit, like the man who's having an affair and how his story ends up where it looks as if he manages to talk his way out of it in a wonderful fashion, in a sequence where there's literally 20 people hiding within a bedroom, which is just so much fun. The Millionaires Express is not a movie that has a strong plot all the way through driving it, and I think it's all the better for that. It has this narrative that does connect a lot of the vignettes, but it's more about these wonderful little stories and how these people interconnect with this town, with the situation, and they all get caught up in a similar kind of end of the movie. But it's just fun seeing how they all kind of connect and interact with each other in this movie. I really enjoyed The Millionaires Express. It was one that just brought a smile to my face. One where I loved the action, I loved the setups, I loved saving the woman from the burning building, the opening in the snow, the stuff on the train, the the people trying to stop the train were just incredibly fun, or Robert were just hilarious as well. So much going on in this movie, it was hard to take in a one-time watch, which is why I'm looking forward to come back and just soak it in a little bit more. This is going to be one that I watch repeatedly because it's so damn entertaining and just such fun. I'd love to know what you think of The Millionaires Express. If you picked it up, if you're going to pick it up. I know a lot of focus has been on the Jackie Chan stuff, but this is just as good, if not better than a lot of that. Highly recommended. I'd love to know your thoughts on it. Let me know in the comment box below, and I'll see you next time on Man v Film.